Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great Muslim, and well, peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom and above all. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. All right? And that's the point that I wanted to touch on today through the Spirit. Being content, man. All right. We want to practice gratitude and being content, because in this walk, you know, you're gonna go through afflictions. You're gonna go through the fire. You know that, like the Apostle Carr says, that's a part of the job description. You know, where we're gonna be tried. You know what I'm saying? So point being, when you're going through the fire and your body is dealing with the stress, if you will, so on and so forth, um, something to help keep you balanced. All right, because when you read Sirach or Ecclesiastes 11th chapter, it says in verse 25, in the day of prosperity there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there is no remembrance of prosperity. All right, so point being, when you're going through the hell, there's no remembrance of prosperity. You know what I mean? You're not really thinking about all the good stuff that the Lord has done for you, all the good stuff that the Lord has put you through thus far. And even when you step out and take a step further out of it, you don't really even, sometimes you don't even realize that the chastisement, if you will, that the Lord is really putting you through is really to help set you up to win. You know, just to give an analogy, let's just say you have a track runner and, you know, you have two coaches, one track runner A, the coach for track runner A, that coach is putting you through the strength and conditioning program, getting you stronger, putting your body through all the scientific mechanic movements and the biomechanics, if you will, to prepare you to be a great athlete all around. You know what I mean? And to make you a fast track runner, you know? And then Coach B is, he makes you do the usual basic track principles, if you will, teaches you the technique and the form. But at the end of the day, the last, couple of hours left of practice, if you will, you know what I mean? He just lets you do what you want to do. You know, he doesn't put you through that fire. He doesn't put you through the strength and conditioning program. Well, guess what? Who do you think is going to end up being the faster runner? The one who is being coached by Coach A, more than likely. All right, so point being what, man? What's the analogy? Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's Coach A, Yeah, he'll put you through the strength and conditioning program. Yeah, your body's going to get sore. Yeah, you might not want to go to practice some days. But at the end of the day, that's what's going to help you uh, become a better runner, man. You know what I mean? So, just keep that balance. You know what I'm saying? So, understand you got to look at the bigger picture too. You got to look at the bigger picture and think like, okay, this is greater than just this what I'm going through. This chastisement or whatever what I may be going through might not help to build me up alone, but also help the brothers in the body around me. You know what I mean? And then that's another way you can look at it too. But the main point that I wanted to touch on was, when you're going through that hell, you're catching hell, you're going through the fire, or even when you're not, just be content, be grateful for what the Lord has given you thus far. And that helps you. That helps you, fill that quote unquote void, if you will. You know what I mean? Because in this flesh, we understand we're deprived of a lot of things, and especially here in captivity, call shy. But nevertheless, when you focus on the things that the Lord has given you thus far, and you focus on the blessings and you count your blessings that the Lord has given you, and all the stuff that the Lord has done for you, and all times the Lord tried you, you know, it, it helps you realize that, wow, this is truly bigger than me. And, you're content. And even with the amount of hell that the Lord has given you, be content with that, because you ain't getting crucified, you know. You might be getting crucified spiritually, but you're not getting physically crucified, man. Like the Apostle Paul said, my son, let me get that real quick. Hebrews 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh at the Most High. Sakya, set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider Yahushua, that endured such contradictions of sinners against himself, lest he be wearied and faint in your minds. Okay, so that's the point on that right there. Think about the stuff Yahushua went through. You know, if you're getting drained out, if you will, look at all the stuff that he had to go through. Yet he still practiced gratification. Yet he still was content for everything he's gotten. You know, so verse 4 says, "Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin." So yeah, you know, the Lord, he's chastising you, but you ain't getting put to death. You know what I mean? So that's another way to look at it, man. You know, Psalms 118 and verse 18, the Lord hath chastened me sore, but he hath not given me over unto death. You know, so, you know, just be content, man. Learn to be content. Like the Apostle Paul said, I believe that's what, 2 Corinthians 14, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. All right. 2 Corinthians 12, I'll start at verse 7. Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelation, there was given me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. So the Apostle Paul, he had an ailment in the flesh to keep him humble, you know, a thorn in the flesh, if you will, right? Because the Lord was dealing with him on a high level. So to keep him humble, to keep him balanced, the Lord sent him the messenger of Satan to keep him humble. You know, that was that balance, if you will. All right. So that was a part of the Apostle Paul's afflictions. Verse 9. Verse 8, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice that it might depart from me. So he prayed to the Lord 3 times to take it away from him. But what did the Lord say unto him? And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So that's the point on that right there. You know, the Lord's grace is sufficient for us, man. With food and raiment, let us be content therewith. You know, the Lord has given us the spiritual clothing and the spiritual nourishment we need. So, you know, not that, you know, brothers ain't going to want certain things in life or whatever, but you know, understand that whether you get them or not, still be grateful and content for what the Lord has given you thus far, man. And that helps. You know, when you practice gratitude and you count your blessings, that helps you when it comes to going through the afflictions, man. Verse it says, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. It says, therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, and distresses for Mashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. All right, yeah, so take pleasure when the Lord is putting that fire on you. You know, this is something that I've been saying to myself lately. And, you know, I'm only bringing this up for edification. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or nothing like that. And, you know, I'm not sitting here acting like, you know, I'm ready to take on whatever. You know what I mean? Lord willing, the Most High gives me the spirit to take on whatever is thrown at me. You know, but nevertheless, you know, I was doing some research basically on like ways to build up a stronger mind. You know, to be more mentally strong. Because in this faith, that's what we have to be. We have to be mentally strong, especially in these days that we're coming into, like the times of Jacob's trouble. So mentally, we have to be, you know, have a sharpness about us, if you will. So one of the things that it said was like basically when like you're going through difficulties, basically to instead of looking at it as a difficulty, look at it as an opportunity to overcome that difficulty with greatness. So in other words, just to give like an example, say you know you're about to spar in a boxing match or whatever, MMA, whatever, you about to spar, or you about to go, let's just say you about to go one on one with someone who you know is more talented than you, or who is known for being more talented than you, right? Let's say, you know, you're a little amateur boxer, you know what I mean, and you're about to spar a guy who's a pro, you know, he's got a belt, whatever, point being. Instead of, you know, looking at that situation as like a situation to be like, damn, I'm about to get my ass whooped. Look, look at it as a situation as where, oh snap, I can make a name for myself. Oh snap, you know, I can show my skills. I can, you know, I can show how great I truly am. You know, fighting against this guy. You know what I mean? And now it's not now. You know, that's more of like a vainglory type of analogy. But you know, The point I'm trying to make is you want to use it in like a beneficial way. Look at it as in a beneficial way, man. That's why we read earlier in Sirach 11. In the time of affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity. So that's that balance. When you're going through the affliction, remember prosperity. Remember the prosperous things that the Lord has done for you thus far. And that's really the point that I wanted to touch on. So just be content. Learn to be content with what the Lord has given you. Learn to be content, man. The only thing that you truly shouldn't be content with is the amount of work that you put in for the Lord. All right. And I'll actually get the scripture for that to close out. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Always abounding in the work of the Lord, meaning always growing, always pushing forward. Like it tells you in Philippians 3 and around verse 14, if I'm not mistaken, I press towards the mark of the high calling of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So you keep pressing towards the mark. That's the only thing that you truly shouldn't be content with, is the amount of work that you put in for the Lord. Because the scriptures say, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet he far exceed, roughly paraphrasing, man. So you can never do enough when it comes to serving the Lord. So that's the only time you truly can't be content. You know what I mean? But as far as, what you're going through, what you have in life, and another thing I always say to myself too is it can always be worse. You know what I mean? It can always be worse. You know what I mean? You might be catching a lot of hell, but just know it can always be worse, man. And look at what our Lord went through, man. And when you look at what Yahushua went through, you know what I mean? You look at it and it helps you. It helps you. It helps motivate you. Like we read earlier back in Hebrews 12, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. And that's just a testimony. Like I said, only reason why I'm bringing this out is for edification. But this is some stuff that I personally go through, and I try to boost up my spirit. But lately I've been through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. I've been taking cold showers, you know, because cold showers is another thing that'll help you mentally, keep you mentally sharp, help you get mentally strong. It also has a lot of other benefits for your body too, I believe it helps boost testosterone. I believe it helps burn brown fat, um, so on and so forth. It helps your body go through a process called hardening, where basically you're able to handle stressful situations, you know, better because your body is used to having constant stress, a form of constant stress, because there's different types of levels of stress, you know, because fight or flight response is a level of stress is like a stress hormone on your body, but chronic stress, you know, is what's unhealthy for you, chronic stress, like worrying about how you're gonna pay your bills, so on and so forth. That's unhealthy for you. If you're truly in the blessing of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you just need to have faith and understand that whatever the Lord puts you through, He'll get you out of it just as quick as He puts you in it. But nevertheless, I'm gonna get to the point. Point being, I've been taking cold showers lately, and you know, I ain't want to get in the shower at first. I'm like, oh shit, it's cold. It's about to be cold, but um. I thought to myself through the spirit, if Yahushua was able to get crucified and, go through all the stuff that he's going through, I'm able to take this cold shower. You know what I mean? And when I thought about it like that, Lord put the spirit on me to be able to go ahead and take the cold shower. So, our minds, the Lord created our minds to be truly powerful. You know what I mean? So, your brain can do a lot. You know what I mean? If you lead it in the right direction, or vice versa, your brain can do a lot in a negative way too. But you have to make sure that you're uh, programming your brain and investing and wiring yourself according to the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know what I mean? And when you do that, everything else follows in line. Like Yahweh Shai said, seek ye the kingdom first and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So when you get your mind right to seek the Lord, you prepare your heart to seek Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, you'll see things start to line up in your life. And you'll see how, as you're just cruising through life, the Lord is just working all around you, and how the Lord sets everything up all around you, to keep you from the snares, man, and to lead you into the way of everlasting righteousness. You see it, you know what I mean? And a part of those ways is to be content. And being content is really understanding that what the Lord has done for you, and acknowledging. what the Lord has done for you, because how would you feel if you're a God, not saying that I know the mind of the Most High, but how would you feel, if you're a God and, you're doing all this stuff for, your creation, and your creation doesn't show any appreciation back towards you, you don't even have to be a God to feel that, to feel where I'm going, with this. You know what I mean? You could be a parent, you're doing all this stuff for your child, sacrificing all these things for your child, make sure your child is straight and on their purpose, and your child don't even give you a hug, don't even give you a kiss, don't even give you a simple thank you, you know, that's a lack of gratification. That's a lack of being content. That's a lack of being grateful, you know. So then that makes you not even want to do nothing for them, But Yahweh Shema Shai, is more merciful than man. You know what I mean? So sometimes we forget to appreciate the Lord. I'll speak for myself first and foremost. But, you know, that's something that we need to practice more. Speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know what I mean? But I think I said enough through the spirit. Lord's will this video was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory. Or let me actually finish off on this. 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. And I got that because, like I said, the only thing you don't really want to be content with is the work you put in for the Lord. All right. Other than that, count your blessings, man. All right. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Akakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great Muslim, every well, peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom and Abba.